The orbital station of Nebula Prime bristled with weaponry and paranoia, a fortress suspended in the void where the galaxy's military minds gathered to discuss threats. In the central war chamber, Admiral Krazer, a battle-scarred Vexer whose tentacles bore plasma burns from 3 campaigns, activated the holographic display with aggressive precision. Distinguished commanders, Krazer's voice reverberated through neural translators, each word weighted with authority. We have intercepted a sonic weapon of unprecedented lethality from the human homeworld. His scarred hide rippled with agitation as the display showed a simple waveform. Frequency, 432 Hz. Subharmonic structure. Analysis confirms it destabilizes neural matrices across 47 tested species. The assembled delegates, crystalline lithoids, gaseous nebulans, and armored Krell warriors, leaned forward with practiced wariness. Admiral Krazer had never been wrong about threats. Observe. Krazer triggered the simulation. Holographic test subjects from various species writhed in their containment fields, their neural patterns fragmenting into chaos. A nebulan subject dissipated entirely. A lithoid cracked down its central cortex. Madness. Systemic collapse. Complete psychological breakdown. All within 30 seconds of exposure. Emergency dampeners hummed to life throughout the chamber. The Krell delegation activated full sensory shields. A lithoid analyst's crystalline structure vibrated with barely contained alarm. The humans broadcast this frequency constantly, Krazer continued, his tone darkening. Their planetary transmissions saturate local space. Initial intelligence suggested mere communication. We now understand it as something far more sinister. A slow-release psychic weapon, fulfilling ancient prophecies of annihilation from their notorious death world. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the assembly. Earth's reputation preceded it. Crushing gravity, violent weather, evolutionary pressures that created apex predators of disturbing resilience. At the chamber's rear entrance, the human delegation arrived precisely on schedule. Dr. Lena Novak, her silver-streaked hair pulled back in a no-nonsense bun, carried a data tablet and the calm expression of someone perpetually unsurprised. Beside her, Captain Raj Patel adjusted his dress uniform collar and hummed quietly, a habit that had annoyed 3 different commanding officers. "Are we interrupting something dramatic?" Raj whispered. Lena's eyes locked onto the waveform display. Her lips twitched. "Oh no, Raj, look at the frequency signature." Raj studied the hologram, and his humming stopped abruptly. "That's not. It absolutely is." To demonstrate the weapon's potency, Krazer announced, "I will play a 5-second sample at reduced amplitude." His tentacle hovered over the activation control. All delegates with neural sensitivity above Class 4 should evacuate immediately. Half the chamber emptied in orderly panic. Krazer activated the playback. A low, rhythmic hum filled the space, barely audible to most species, but the effect was immediate. The remaining nebulans flickered erratically. A Krell warrior's mandibles clacked in distress. Krazer himself staggered, his combat visor cracking as internal pressure built. Amid the chaos, Lena and Raj stood completely unaffected, sharing a look of profound amusement. "Admiral Krazer," Lena called out, her voice cutting through the discord. "Permission to speak?" Krazer killed the playback, his tentacles trembling. "Dr. Novak, if you have intelligence regarding this weapon's countermeasures." "We do." Raj couldn't suppress his grin. "We call that a lullaby." The translation matrix stuttered. Several delegates demanded retranslation, certain they'd misheard. "A lullaby?" Krazer's combat posture faltered. "You mean a soothing melody? For offspring?" "Exactly that," Lena confirmed, walking down the aisle with Raj following. "The 432 Hz frequency mimics sounds human infants hear in the womb. Heartbeat rhythms, arterial blood flow, muffled external vibrations. It triggers oxytocin and dopamine release in our neural pathways. We use it to calm agitated children." Krazer's hide flushed deep purple with confusion and rising anger. "Impossible. My analysis is irrefutable. The neural disruption patterns are absolutely real," Lena agreed. "For your physiology, your neural structures process sound fundamentally differently than ours. What soothes us overwhelms you." She pulled out a small device. "Want a full demonstration?" "Dr. Novak, I must protest. a lithoid delegate began. Raj was already queuing up the track. Classic Earth nursery rhyme. My grandmother sang this to me. He hit play. Rockabye Baby flooded the war chamber at full volume. The effect was catastrophic. Nebulons scattered into incoherent vapor clouds. Lithoids developed stress fractures along their matrices. The Krell warriors activated emergency teleportation, vanishing mid-scream. Admiral Krazer collapsed to his knees, all 7 tentacles spasming as his combat visor shattered completely. Through it all, Lena and Raj hummed along peacefully. Raj even swayed slightly to the rhythm. Make it stop, Krazer roared. Countermeasures. Sonic jammers. Evacuate. Lena killed the playback. Silence crashed down like a physical force. What? Krazer gasped. What manner of evolutionary nightmare produces your species? Lena crouched beside the Admiral, her expression genuinely sympathetic. Earth is loud, Admiral. Thunder that splits mountains. Predator roars that carry for kilometers. Seismic vibrations from tectonic shifts. We evolved surrounded by sonic violence. Our brains learned to find pleasure in frequencies that would drive most species insane. Raj pulled up a holographic display showing Earth's atmospheric data. Our music ranges from soothing melodies to death metal, literally named after its aggression. We blast sound at concerts that would serve as your sonic crowd control weapons. We do it for fun. But the broadcasts, a recovering lithoid analyst croaked. The constant transmissions. Radio stations, Lena explained. Entertainment. News. Music. We saturate our own planet with these frequencies 24 hours a day. The remaining delegates processed this in horrified silence. Opportunistic whispers began immediately. Could this be weaponized? Should Earth's transmissions be jammed? Were the humans deliberately broadcasting psychic warfare? Admiral Krazer raised a tentacle, silencing the speculation. Dr. Novak, you're saying humans domesticate sonic trauma? We call it art, Raj said cheerfully. Though some genres are definitely an acquired taste. Krazer's combat-trained mind visibly reorganized decades of threat assessment doctrine. The intelligence failure is staggering. We interpreted cultural expression as military aggression. To be fair, Lena offered, we do use sonic weapons in combat. Flashbangs, acoustic crowd control, infrasound deterrence. But lullabies. She smiled. Those are for babies. As emergency medical teams tended to overwhelm delegates, Krazer slowly regained his composure. His tentacles stopped trembling. His hide returned to neutral gray. Captain Patel, he said quietly, you mentioned death metal lullabies. Raj laughed. That was a joke, Admiral. Though some human parents do claim heavy metal helps their kids sleep. Something about the steady rhythms. Fascinating. Terrifying. But fascinating. Krazer accepted a stabilizer injection from a medic. I must recalibrate our entire sonic warfare division. Lena pulled out a data chip. Admiral, we'd like to offer something. A curated collection of Earth music, properly labeled with species-specific hazard warnings. Consider it a cultural exchange program. Maybe some of our meditation frequencies could help with combat stress. Krazer studied the chip as if it might explode. You would share this therapeutic weapon? It's not a weapon to us, Lena said gently. It's art, comfort, connection. Over the following hours, panic transformed into cautious curiosity. Data requests flooded human diplomatic channels. Could Earth sound baths treat PTSD? Were their frequencies beneficial to other species? Could collaborative research prevent future misunderstandings? Raj offered to demonstrate binaural beats for stress relief. Admiral Krazer, despite visible trepidation, agreed to a carefully filtered, low-amplitude session. For the first time in 3 decades, his combat-scarred tentacles relaxed completely. This is... Krazer's voice was barely above a whisper. Pleasant. We've got an entire playlist for chronic stress, Raj said. Classical, ambient, jazz. Though we should probably skip the rock concert for now. Rock concert? Krazer asked warily. Trust me, Admiral. We'll work up to it. The Interstellar Sonic Warfare Conference adjourned with tentative laughter, a sound most delegates hadn't expected when they arrived. New treaties emerged overnight. Human audio labeled with species-specific ratings, collaborative research into therapeutic frequencies, cultural exchange programs to prevent similar misunderstandings. Admiral Krazer kept the data chip Lena gave him, storing it in his command quarters like a prized tactical asset. The galaxy's intelligence networks buzzed with reassessments. Humanity wasn't broadcasting weapons. They were sharing their soundtrack. But late that night, in secure channels, whispers persisted. If humans found peace in frequencies that shattered minds, what else did they consider normal? And more unsettling, could they be recruited for actual sonic warfare? Somewhere in the darkness of space, humanity hummed along to their lullabies, blissfully unaware that the galaxy now viewed them with a mix of awe and existential dread. The species that sang their children to sleep with mindbreakers had just redefined psychological warfare by proving they weren't even trying.